In this question, we're asked to sketch the graph of a region in the plane, and regions are really just about understanding where you need to shade. So first thing I'm going to do is just draw some axes here. So label them my x and my y axes, and I can see the first graph I've got here is x squared plus y squared. Now it has a less than sign. Just for sketching, I'm going to ignore that and just pretend that it's an equal sign, because that's all it is when I sketch, and then when I shade, that's when I'm interested in what these are. So x squared plus y squared equals 9 is a circle which is centered at the origin, and it has a radius of 3. So it would look, oops, kind of like that. It's a bit dodgy on the right side there. -3, -3. I'll just move this a bit. Ooh. Okay, so we've done that. The next part is we're going to look at this graph here, which is x equals 1, and that's a straight line that goes straight up, and I'll just move that over a bit, from that point there, which is x equals 1. Okay, now for the regions, when we have a less than for shading, that's going to be a region that we shade to the left or inside a region if it's enclosed. When we have a greater than, that's a region we're going to shade to the right or the outside of a region if we have an enclosed region. Okay, so we're going to look here first of all at shading inside the circle of radius 3, because we want everything that's less than that edge. So it's going to be sort of this region here. Okay, but we also want it to be a less than and not an equal to. So the important thing about this as well is if we have a less than or a greater than, we're going to use a dotted line for the outside of our region. If you have a less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, we're going to use a solid line. So in this picture you can see we've got a solid line, but we really need that to be a dotted line. So I'm going to dot that, and because I can do this nicely in here, just get rid of the blue. Okay, so that's the first part. Now the second part is going to be shading this part, and we want an and here, so that means the thing that's in common with both. So I'm actually going to erase some of this in a minute. We'll do this in a different colour. So we want x greater than or equal to 1. So that's going to be on this side of the line x equals 1. So that's going to be here. And because we're looking for the and, which is the overlap, that's where we have the green and the purple in the same area. And you can see here we have a greater than or equal to, which means we need to have a solid line here. We've got the dotted line already, but we then don't need any of this other green stuff on the other side. So we can get rid of that. Oops. Like that. So the region that we've circled is this region here. It's inside the circle with a dotted line on the edge of the circle, but it's also to the right of the line x equals 1 with a solid line because of the equal to there.